Before we start the speech, I personally would like to thank some people in particular. Mom, thanks for coming and supporting me even when Dad is gone and you're pretty much the one taking care of us all. Also, I'd just like to thank Google, Wikipedia, and whoever invented copy and paste.
I'd like to start off by saying we may look related, but we're not, and thanks for coming.
Good evening, parents, teachers, family members, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. Thank you for coming tonight. Courtney and I are pleased to speak on behalf of our graduation class of 2014. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Matthias and I've been here since kindergarten.
My name is Courtney Muller, and I'm the real veteran here. I've been here since preschool, and in those 9 years, I've become very familiar with this school. Also, my mom is the secretary, and we all know she's the one who really runs things around here. Graduates, you all should be very proud. The tasks you have accomplished throughout the years to be here today are noteworthy. Don't take them for granted, whether it was related to sports, academics, or any other school activity. To be graduating grade 8 and moving into high school is and will be significant for the years to come.
But first, let us go way back down memory lane, also known as 48th. Let's think back to our experiences at the elementary campus. Let's see. There was that time in kindergarten raising chicks with Miss Van Brumlin. Ah yes, Miss Van Brumlin. And then, yeah, that was it really. I mean, a blur of teachers who seemed a lot taller than they do now. A few field trips, but nothing too clear in my mind compared to the times here in middle school.
I'm sure it is pretty significant that all our memories of elementary have to do with field trips and school concerts. Remember the hours of missed class time practicing the same song over and over for the yearly school play? And the trip to the potato farm and dairy farm. Oh yeah, Science World. And depending on the weather that year, our grade 5s would go to the seashore, and it would either be a blast or cold rain-soaked disaster, but we learned to share.
We learned to read.
Some of us learned to tie our shoes.
We learned that we weren't all the same. Some of us were good at sports, some better at academics.
We learned that school wasn't always easy, both learning piece and the friendship piece. We learned that we had to work hard and harder at both. We also learned that it can take a very long time to turn off the water if fountain breaks. I wonder who would do that. Most of the students flood the halls with their cheerful personalities and their loud voices. I just literally flood the halls. Help a hand to the staff, garbage cans around the fountain came in handy.
Now, what are some highlights from grade 8? Well, LCS is quite known for their athletics program. And this year, the grade 8 boys volleyball team took home that Fraser Valley banner.
Girls volleyball and basketball team journeyed to win the district finals at Langley Event Center. Not to mention, we girls are a whole lot better at basketball than the guys.
Remember swing dancing? Yeah. That was always a hit for us here at LCS, no matter what you say. Even when some of us didn't really feel like it, it always made for good times and laughter. This year, our class of graduates are very set apart from the previous years. I can guarantee you that we are the only class that find joy in the thought of a slug. Some of us even make odd noises. Well, maybe odd to you parents and teachers, but for us, it's kind of normal. Seriously though, this day marks a milestone in our lives. From here on, we are no longer just middle school kids. We'll be making the transition to the other side of the school. Walking those halls means more than just heading in a new direction from the school foyer in the morning. We are being called to move to a greater place of maturity, and with that comes greater responsibility. But by making it here to this graduation ceremony, we have proved to our parents, our teachers, and families that we are capable of reaching this goal.
I heard this quote once, and I thought it would fit perfectly into this speech. Middle school is like a roll of toilet paper. You never know how valuable it is until it's gone. That being said, we don't want you to forget the special lessons you have learned here in middle school. First, Newcastle chip built in us is a strong sense of community. That when we started middle school in grade 6, the grade 8 sailing trip will always be remembered as we all were together and learned the importance of teamwork. When wise grade 9 said, leadership is key. Yep, that's it. Sure, it was short, but it had a lot of depth. Coming from grade 9, that is something we need to take to heart. We need to start developing our own sense of choice, and from here on in, life just gets more independent.
I think what we're trying to say is that once we head into high school, we start to develop a more individual life. As we start to move through the years in high school and mature, some of us slower than others, we will start to make decisions on our own, either related to our school or not. But fear not, I can tell you that our teachers, our parents, and our uncles, goldfishes, pet cats, walrus, friends, neighbors, dog has supplied us with all the life skills we'll need to succeed. Arnold Schwarzenegger quoted, "The meaning of life is to simply not exist and survive, but to go ahead, to go up, to achieve, and to conquer." Courtney and I really believe that this spoke to us as graduates because it explains that as we develop ourselves as graduates, as we develop ourselves as young adults, we need to excel in everything that we do. Our families and teachers don't want us to just scrape by or barely make it through, but to really push ourselves to be our best.
I know this old guy, wise teacher. He's a bit of an odd duck. You may have noticed him a couple weeks ago in a very short shorts or wrapped in a towel with a swimming cap. This weird smile on his face. I don't remember his name though. Cool? Kel? I don't know. But he had this great saying. It is what you make it. Throughout the years, we would get consistent reminders of this, whether it was because we didn't want to do a science unit or we weren't looking forward to a sporting event. Shot put. And this saying always seemed to come up. Matthias and I feel these 5 words will be useful throughout high school, and who knows, you might even hear him say it to you in the future, or you might even catch yourself saying it.
High school will be what we make it. It is our choice. We can make it a place that continues to build community and friendships. We may be moving towards being more independent each and every year, but we still need each other. We still need community, our teachers, and our friends to support us when we succeed and also when we fail. Thankfully, none of us have to do this alone. God is our backs. He has a plan and a purpose for every one of us, and He will direct our steps just as He promises to.
We would like to leave you with our verse for the evening. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Romans 12:12. Let's remember this as we leave middle school and move on to our high school years. If we remember to be joyful and as we look towards the future, be patient as we go through ups and downs in life, and always keep our focus to be faithful in prayer, God will be there to guide us and protect us through our journey. Thank you.